Hi guys. Today I'm just gonna be talking because I haven't made a YouTube video in a long time. I want it to be something more like advice or because I do realize that the video that, gave people the most comfort or actually helped was the video about me talking about loneliness and how I experienced that in high school. People don't know. I was basically like I had friends, but I only had like very few. And a lot of the times our schedules didn't align. And yeah, I would sit by myself and have lunch by myself. And I would sit in class and I wouldn't know anybody up until like junior year. I was dealing with that. And I don't know. I was scared also to like be vulnerable on social media at a certain point. Because like people are starting to notice me from social media, not notice me in real life. Like, you know what I mean? In real life, but like, it's not like random people. It's people from my school and people that I know. And sometimes that can be also embarrassing. But if it helps people, then I want to just, help either if that's making people laugh or make people feel comfortable being themselves. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being yourself. Today, that's what I'm going to talk about, is being yourself. And noticing that you have something to offer. Because let me tell you something. The main reason I could not, and that I will never be someone who was popular in high school. I will never be that. Because of the fact that I've never compromised who I am. And I'm not trying to say other people are compromising. But I want to say, like, who I am as a person. It took me a second to even become someone who was comfortable making friends. Or, like, being able to walk up to someone and talk to them and, make a conversation. But what I really, I kind of strayed for a second. But what I want to say is, it takes a second to get there, right? Like, it takes a second to be at a place where you're comfortable with, just walking up to people or trying to make friends. Because a lot of the times that stuff comes from insecurity within. Because sometimes, like, the reason I was, like, not wanting to talk to people or, like, because I was afraid of rejection. And I was afraid that I wasn't good enough, or like people were going to talk to me and realize I was weird. And it was because I had put myself out there so many times in high school, and like freshman year, sophomore year, I put myself out there, and people just, it wasn't everybody, because I ain't gonna lie, like, but it was just like this expectation that you'll be accepted, and then you're not. Girl, let me tell you something. I never changed. I never changed. I never, ever, ever changed. And I'm not even trying to be like funny or. I have always stayed true to who I am, and it's because I genuinely think that's why I've suffered so much. That's so crazy to say, but I genuinely think that's why I've suffered so much. Growing up, I was always a very talkative child. I talked so much. My mom would be like, or like, not even my mom would listen to me, but she wasn't listening, and I didn't mind because she never told me like, here, like, she never made it a problem. She always just let me talk. She always just let me yap. But like, even my grandmother, everybody in my life. I remember I would, like, when I would talk to people outside my family, like, or like my immediate family, they would be like, you talk so much, do you know that? And I would be like, I'm gonna stop talking. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna stop talking, I'm done. And I would be a little girl thinking this to myself. I would be thinking, like, I need to do a major change, like a full factory fucking reset. And I need to change who I am as a person. And I need to move. No, babe. You need to be yourself. You need to do what you. And I will only be able to be quiet for 2 seconds. And then the freaking next moment, I was talking, yapping about whatever. Because that's always who I have been as a person. Unless I was uncomfortable, I'm literally yapping your ear off. I want to talk every 2 seconds. Except for sometimes. Because sometimes silence, like recently, silence is becoming comforting. Especially when you're like. Because it always feels like there's a problem when it's silent. But my point is, be yourself. Because let me tell you something. Why are you trying to be like everybody else? Like, I'm not trying to, like, say that's a bad thing in a way, because I'm not saying you're bad because you want to be like everybody else. I don't think that's the case. Because I think it can be a struggle to come to terms with who you are in a lot of ways. Because personally, when I was in high school, I was like, oh, nobody fuck with me. Nobody fuck with me. Like, and it's always been a thing, because, like, even when I was in elementary school, like, I would have people who I consider my friends who were more popular. They would tell me, you have no friends, and it would make me so uncomfortable, and I'll be like, my eyes would be welling, because I was so, I don't know, I was so, like, into the fact that I had no one, or, like, that's what I thought, I had no one. So it's okay with having a small friend group, it's okay with not being popular, everybody, I don't believe that there's a peak of your life. I think everybody hits different peaks. And I think you should always think of that your peak is coming up and not that it's in the moment. Because I think life is kind of like I think you have peaks. They might not be equal, but they're about the same, you know? I'm kind of just talking, but I hope it's coherent and easy, at least somewhat easy to follow. It's nothing in there. But be yourself. Just be yourself. Like, I don't know. That's the one thing I would say to people. If you guys want, nobody really wants to ask me questions, which I understand. I tried to make a live and get people to ask me questions because I don't know. I thought maybe, but I don't think I have the kind of platform where people want Kiara's advice. And I understand that. I wouldn't even want my advice either. No shade. Like, because I have to know a lot of the details before I give advice. But I don't know. I would just say, if you're in high school right now, be yourself. If people don't accept you for it, you're going to have a time. You got time, girl. You got time, girl. You got time, people who watching this. I don't want to say just girl because that's limiting. But, like, yeah, you got time. You got time. You got your whole life ahead of you. I mean, the fact is that the moments that I did feel the worst and alone, I never have to deal with that again. It came and it went. It can be hard. I feel now in my heart when I think back to moments where I really felt like isolated and alone. I had nobody. But the truth is, stop longing to be somewhere because you're not there. That's the truth, unfortunately, is that no matter how much you long, like, oh, I wish I was doing this right now. I wish I was off somewhere doing this. Make that a plan, not a wish. I'm so off topic. Okay. I just want to talk about why I wanted to make a video saying just be yourself. Because, let me tell you something. I've been seeing on TikTok, there's a celebrity who I love, if you guys know. But they were saying, they wish they were, you guys know who Taylor Russell is. That's like my favorite celebrity ever, my favorite actress. I love her. But they were basically saying they love how soft-spoken she was. And that they wish that they were, I've been seeing that a lot. That, you know, you wish that you could be as soft-spoken as someone else. But the truth is, it's not natural. Taylor Russell, I believe, is natural. I don't know her personally. I'm assuming she's naturally soft-spoken. And that's just who she is as a person. And she's never had to... And also, she probably has faced her own challenges because she's soft-spoken. You know? You don't really know what other people are going through. And no matter... People think that they're going to just have such perfect lives if they fit that mold. But the truth is, you're going to be battling something internal because... It's not even natural. You're synthetically altering yourself. It's all synthetic. And you also have to deal with the BS that comes with that. Just deal with the BS that you have coming at you when you're yourself. Because I promise you, it's much better than the BS you're going to have when you're... Because now you're not even happy. You're just doing stuff for approval, outside approval. But when you're actually genuinely happy and you have problems, they're way easier. I don't know. They're way easier. Because, damn, like... And I've dealt with it because, I mean, I'm not like this very open person. I don't tell the truth all the time. And I don't tell things blank straight how they are all the time. But one thing I will say is that I've been able to feel more comfortable being myself. My personality has always just been too strong for me to hide it or conceal it. Anyways, for too long, my personality has scared me at many times. Cause yeah, and that's how I know how people feel. Cause I don't know, you could just tell when somebody is uncomfortable with themselves. Cause I know how it feels. Cause I've dealt with it. And I don't know. I would say this video is just kind of a rambling. But I just want people to know, like, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be who you are. People are going to accept you for that. Don't hide because there's somebody that likes that person that you disguise. That loves that person. And I think it's so much better to be loved for who you are than for who people think you are, or what people want you to be. Don't. And I ain't trying to, this is for me personally, I would rather sit by myself and I would never go back in time and do anything different in high school. I wish I found a little bit more of my friends now so I could, have known them longer, but I think the way things worked out because they were supposed to work out that way. So just be yourself. Be yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Don't fake it. Fake it till you make it. Why do people say that? Fake it till you make it. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say. Bye. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll be back in 2 weeks, 2 months. I don't know.